Ms. Munoz here with a video to help you figure out how to do this self-grading sheet. This is a little, I don't know, I guess a little more involved than some that you've done before. So I just want to take you through one. So we're going to do number one. And number one says how much heat energy. So that means you're going to be solving for Q. So Q is going to be the last thing you fill in. And if you notice right here, it says these boxes will be filled in as you enter data. Do not type here. So this spot right here, these places do not type in. It's this area right here where you will type. So we see that we read the question. It says, does it take to raise the temperature of 50 grams of water? So we're going to put 50 in for M, and then our unit is going to be G. Now C is specific heat, and all the things we've done so far, the specific heat of water has been 1, but this assignment is mainly working in joules for heat, and the specific heat of water when working in joules is 4.18. So your only option is 4.18. And then you're going to do your delta T. And so the final temperature is 60. So you're going to type that in. The starting temperature is 25. So you'll type that in. Delta T, you are going to solve that. 60 minus 25 is 35. And then you are going to choose the unit for delta T, and it's degrees C. Maybe as you go along, you'll have 2 different options. I'm not really sure, but that one you only have 1. So, and then when you solve for Q, you'll do 50 times 4.18 times 35. And we'll just put that in our calculator real quick. 50 times 4.18 times 35 time, and we get 7,315. Again, I'm going to type it up here, not in this row right here, and I'm going to choose my unit to be my heat unit, joules, and then it types it right here for me rather than me adding it there. And if I'm right, it will change color. And that one I didn't have to round at all. If you have to round, I think mainly I did either the 10th place or the 100th place, and if it needed to round, it rounded it for me, and then the answer was right. There's another one I want to show you, and it is down here. It says, what change in temperature will result when 50,000 joules of heat is removed? So if I type in 50,000, it tells me to check my sign. We've never done a problem like that before, but that's actually negative 50,000, and my unit is still going to be joules. And what's going to end up happening is that negative is going to make my delta T answer be negative. So when you're doing number 6, this one will not work unless you put a negative in for Q, and you get a negative delta T as well. And then there's a bonus down here. It wasn't too hard, but you will solve for delta T first, and then you will plug in 20 for your initial temperature. And after you have delta T and you have this, you will find the final temperature for your final answer to get this whole thing to change color. So you'll solve for delta T, then final temperature is the very last thing that you will solve for to try to get the bonus. So just a little hint there. You have a potential of 38 points plus another 6 if you get the bonus. And I'm going to, you'll see this in Google Classroom.